All right, let's see the harsh truth. Before we start this, okay, before we start this, you know who my GOAT is. It's about 50-50 in the population right now. 50% say Jordan, 50% say LeBron. It's starting to lean more towards LeBron, and I would just be weary of the people who say MJ. Really press him on it. Really be like, yo, why? Why MJ? Really press him on it. All right? The correct answer is LeBron is the GOAT. If we want to just sit here and only talk about championships, Jordan's not even the GOAT. He doesn't have the most championships. All right? So we can't make it about that. If we're talking about individual player, we got to look at what the individual player can do, his overall all-around game. And to me, the number one all-around best player ever is LeBron James. He could do everything on offense and defense, guard every position, play every position, shoot from three, score in the post, score from mid-range, amazing IQ, great passer, great rebounder, fast, strong, athletic. Great defender when he was, you know, obviously he's 37 right now, so his defense is going to go down. But prime LeBron defense, amazing defender, first team all defense defender. So that is my GOAT going into this video. Okay, let's see what he says.
To get the fresh 14 to the Lakers. LeBron, look out below! Oh my Lord!
It's never gonna end, is it? LeBron's reign over the NBA. I've just come to the conclusion that LeBron has hacked into the Matrix and has transcended aging. LeBron is in his 19th NBA season and is somehow still one of the best players on the planet. This isn't supposed to happen. 99% of NBA players peak in their mid to late 20s and then slowly regress as they age, eventually becoming a liability to their team and inevitably sailing off into the sunset, washed up and content with their achievements. But not LeBron. The man is fighting his age like he's got a grudge on time itself. And the more he piles up on these mind-bending feats, the more we must ask.
Hey, what we're not going to do though with watching a video is have fucking losers sitting in the chat typing ... Yeah, that's what we're not going to do. So, mods, if you see this, ready? Here we go. Boom, timeout for the rest of the stream. Done. Done. You're not talking anymore, bro. You're not flooding my fucking chat with your dumb fucking age shit, dude. You're not doing it. All right? Get him out the chat, and then we proceed. All right, let's go.
Ask ourselves the question, and I really hate to do this, but is LeBron the greatest basketball player of all time? And if he isn't, what would he need to do to truly, once and for all, be the GOAT? About 5 years ago, I uploaded my first basketball-related video onto this channel. The title of that video is LeBron the GOAT. You can still watch this video today, but since it's an absolute dog water of a production, I highly recommend you steer clear of it. To summarize the video, I gave 10 reasons why LeBron would retire as the GOAT. Fast forward 5 years and thousands of hours of watching games, collecting data, and gathering context in this sport that we love. I've since changed my ways and realized that Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. But my original assessment from 5 years ago hasn't completely changed, because I never said LeBron was the GOAT at the time. I just gave 10 reasons why LeBron would retire as the GOAT. But ever since I dropped that video, I've pretty much avoided the GOAT conversation altogether. I've put a spin on the idea of the greatest players in certain aspects of the game. I've talked about the greatest scorers, I've ranked players using purely numbers, but I've never really broken down who the greatest player is, in my opinion, because I just feel like the topic is a bit redundant. And ESPN already gives you a daily update on the GOAT debate anyways, so no need for me to do it. But I think it's time we actually discuss this, because what LeBron is doing at this point in his career is just absurd. At the moment, there are
It's not just absurd. It's not just absurd. No one could ever do this, especially MJ. But nobody could do this. Someone sent me a TikTok, and the guy was showing the stats of lowest career games, like points, whatever. Do you know how many single-digit scoring games MJ had at LeBron's age? Or, like, at the end of his career or whatever? Single digits. This is supposed to be the best scorer ever. This is the GOAT. But he's scoring 4 points in a game, 5 points in a game, 6 points. This dude is 37 years old and was 0.1 points per game out of winning the fucking scoring title he's 37 years old in his 19th season. Just stop, dude.
Pretty much 3 different camps on the whole GOAT debate. People who think Michael Jordan is the GOAT, people who think LeBron is the GOAT, and people who are wrong.
Wait. Who made this? Who decided this graphic? Who the fuck decided this shit? What? Dude, you got a bunch of bandwagoners, bro. Because none of these people even watch Jordan, bro. Nobody watched him. Who's saying this shit?
I'm just joking, of course. But not really. I'd say about 75% of people fall into the MJ's the GOAT category.
Of course, because people don't want to... They just want to...
20% of people fall into the LeBron's the GOAT category, and about 5% fall into the other category.
I don't know what this 20% is, but most people I talk to in real life, not in a fucking computer, not on a fucking Twitter, most people are saying LeBron. This is a fact.
Usually these other fans believe the GOAT is Wilt or Kobe or Kareem. There's not many of them, but boy, will they die on that hill. See, the thing here is that a lot of the fans in MJ's corner believe that he is and will forever be the GOAT. But realistically, is there anything LeBron can do to surpass him? I mean, there's gotta be some sort of objective metric we can use to distinguish the greatest player of all time. No opinions, no bias, just the facts. If LeBron somehow won 4 more championships and retired with 8 rings, he'd undoubtedly be the GOAT, right? So there are paths for him to become the greatest ever. But where does that threshold lie, and what would LeBron have to achieve to get there?
A casual fan's best friend. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is why I don't respect this video at all right now. I don't respect it. But number 2, people love to use stats when it's in their favor for an argument. They love it, bro. Stats are their favorite fucking thing. Soon as the stats aren't painting the picture that they want to paint, oh, stats are for casuals, bro. This is what everybody says about LeBron. His stats don't matter. Everyone else's stats matter. His, though, somehow don't. Why? There's no reason, dude. There is no logical reason. I've always... Any person we're talking about, I bring up all the stats. I bring up all the fucking stats, bro. There's no one where I'm not bringing up the stats.
First, let's just take a look at the basic numbers. Between Michael and LeBron, LeBron has more career points, rebounds, assists, blocks, more triple doubles, higher field goal percentage, and a higher three-point percentage. And Michael has more steals and a higher free throw percentage. But this whole argument, the career totals argument, is only useful in demonstrating LeBron's longevity and sustained excellence. These numbers don't prove that LeBron's a better scorer or rebounder.
Wait a second. So someone being able to do something for a longer period of time at that high of a level, does it make them better? Because you're trying to say that someone had a better, like, 5-year run or something? That's fucking insane, dude. That's literally insane, what you're saying right now. That's insane.
Or defender or shooter than Jordan. They just prove that LeBron's been good at these things for a very, very long time. These numbers also show just how versatile LeBron is, possibly his most valuable asset. So instead of looking at career totals, let's look at career averages. Michael averages more points and more steals, and LeBron averages more assists and more rebounds. And as much as it pains me to say this, this is usually where the argument for the GOAT ends for most people. Throw in a required comment about their finals records and you pretty much have a condensed version of most GOAT debates. But there is so much more to unpack here.
But like, so if Jordan was like leading in most categories like LeBron is, he's leading in most here, right? Then people would just say, they would just bring up these stats. They would. But because LeBron's leading in most of the categories, they're not going to bring up the stats, and now it's for casuals. Stats are for casuals now, even though LeBron has a better field goal and three-point percentage. So he's more efficient while also getting more assists and rebounds. And what, Jordan has what, like one more field goal a game than LeBron? But LeBron makes up for it with 2 extra assists. And maybe even a second chance.
Most GOAT debates. But there is so much more to unpack here. So let's unpack it.
Advanced stats. This challenge. Oh, here we are. Oh my God, I already know what this is going to be. I already know what this is going to be. He's going to talk about PMRFCs and GLRs and fucking, you know, per 36. Like, this is bullshit, bro. This is fucking horseshit, dude.
So y'all know how much I like advanced stats. They don't tell the full story, but if you know which ones to look for, you can discover some nuances in a player's game that you won't get by just watching them play. Player efficiency rating, win shares per 48, offensive box plus minus, defensive box plus minus, value over replacement, and true shooting percentage. These 6 advanced stats give us efficiency, production, value, impact, and pretty much everything in between. And in these 6 advanced statistics, Michael Jordan exceeds LeBron in 5 of them. He's more.
So you picked 5. No, wait, so you picked 6. Show all the advanced statistics, bro. Why are you showing 6? There's fucking like 50. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen, bro. This is so dumb. And dudes are sitting here being like, oh, dude, 1%, 2%. We're looking at these shits right here. Look. 0.2, 0.1, 0.2, no, 0.02, and then 0.5, and then 0.2. These are damn near identical stats. But now you're sitting here saying still better. Oh, still better. But when we show these fucking stats, hold on. When we show these stats, oh, dude, that's, bro, 2%, just stop. 1, just stop, bro. More assists, dude, that doesn't even count, bro. You guys are literally, you are such hypocrites. And everyone who argues for Jordan is a hypocrite. You are a hypocrite. You don't have any actual reason besides just saying championships. Because all the stats, most of them lean towards LeBron. Most of them. Okay? Now you want to get into advanced statistics. And now they're fucking... And these even aren't even all of them. He just nitpicked the ones that Jordan's leading in. Even though it's really fucking 0.1 and whatever the fuck. This is stupid as fuck, bro.
More efficient overall. He contributes to more wins. He contributes to more points. He's better on defense. And he is generally more valuable on the court than LeBron is. The only advanced stat where LeBron tops Jordan is true shooting percentage. Now, in terms of who's a better basketball player, nearly every metric points to Michael Jordan.
You mean to tell me that a metric that says how many more wins a player had makes them better because of their team? You mean to tell me? Yo, wait. I'm actually getting triggered, like real life triggered right now. This isn't like a fucking joke on the I'm actually real life triggered right now, bro. I'm real life triggered right now, dude. No, this is sad.
But really take a look at these numbers, and it's actually uncanny just how close LeBron is to MJ across the board. Just a fraction behind Jordan in pretty much everything. But these numbers aren't even addressing who's greater, because that conversation would involve accolades and accomplishments and impact on the game. Take away the rings, the influence, the intangibles, the opinions, and it's virtually objectively true that Michael was a better basketball player than LeBron. But the GOAT debate isn't necessarily about who is the better player. It's about who is the greatest player. We've got some more unpacking to do.
So now it's not about who's the best player. It's now about who's the greatest. Whatever the fuck that means. Whatever the fuck that means.
Now, we cannot have a thorough GOAT debate without discussing the accomplishments of each player. Numbers are cool and they have their purpose, but numbers alone aren't indicative of greatness. They're just a vehicle to greatness. This is why, despite James Harden spending half a decade piling up some of the greatest scoring numbers in NBA history, most people don't consider him greater than some players with far lesser offensive numbers. The numbers complement the accolades, not the other way around. This is also why I consider Wilt Chamberlain to have been a better basketball player than Bill Russell, but Bill Russell was greater than Wilt. Wilt achieved his greatness through his numbers, whereas Russell achieved his greatness by contributing to an unrelenting style of winning basketball. So let's take a look at the accomplishments.
Dude, this is such horseshit, bro. This is good video. Good video. This is such horseshit.
Of both Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Now, there are plenty of other awards a player can earn in the NBA, but these are the...
Why are we... Oh, dude, this is such bullshit, bro. This is such... He's literally handpicking stats that favor Jordan. Literally, bro. Why would you even put a defensive player of the year in there? Why would you even put that in there? Literally why, bro? Literally why?
The ones that really stand out on a player's resume. Championships, finals MVPs, regular season MVPs, defensive player of the year, all NBA selections, and all defensive team selections. And amongst these 6 categories, Jordan beats LeBron in 5 of them. And Michael accomplished all of this in just 15 seasons to LeBron's full 18 seasons. The only category where LeBron outperformed Michael is in all NBA selections. And most will argue that, again, this is an accomplishment of longevity more than anything else, which, at this point, seems to be the overall theme in the GOAT debate. Up to this point in his career, the majority of fans will agree that LeBron has been a step below Jordan in terms of greatness. So now the race to become the GOAT has become a marathon. Because eventually, the sheer volume of LeBron's career numbers and achievements may become so overwhelming that we'll have no choice but to concede that he is, in fact, the greatest player of all time. Which brings us to a real dilemma in this age-old debate. The flame that burns twice as bright burns half as long. A great quote by the ancient Chinese philosopher 𝗟𝗀 regarding the idea of excellence and the sustainability of it. Almost as if you can have longevity or be exceptional, but you can't have both. Now, in the world of basketball and sports in general, usually being exceptional translates to longevity and vice versa. Michael Jordan was excellent for 13 seasons in the NBA. His flame was violently bright and it burned for quite some time. But what if there was a flame that burned about 95% as bright and lasted much, much longer? At a certain point, the radiance of even the brightest flame is outclassed by the flame that just won't quit. Of course, LeBron isn't a flame. He's a 6'9", 250-pound freak of nature in basketball shoes, but his light shines about 95% as bright as Michael Jordan's did, and it's lasting a whole lot longer. when does the longevity of LeBron's brilliance simply outmatch the slightly greater but much shorter brilliance of Michael? Because as we've discussed,
I like this video. I like this video. Hold up.
Trumps LeBron in pretty much every single metric other than longevity and overall production. So the real question here is how much
That's not true.
longer will LeBron have to be excellent before the majority agrees that he is greater than Michael was? The man is in his 19th NBA season and he's leading the NBA in scoring. He's still a top 5 player in the league and his bag is getting deeper and deeper with every season. Here's a chart of LeBron's total points, assists, and rebound averages throughout each season of his career. Each point on the graph represents the total average of points, assists, and rebounds for every season of his career. So, for example, this season LeBron is putting up 8, 6, and 30 a game, so his total for the season is 44. Now, in the NBA, anything above a total of 40 is exceptional. LeBron's total production has exceeded 40 in 17 different seasons.
And it only didn't do it here because this is when he was on the Heat, I believe. I could be wrong. Wait, 1, 2. I don't know. But when he played with D Wade, his numbers went down. I don't know. It might be here when he was on the Heat. I don't know. But his numbers went down.
Now here's Michael's total average points, assists, and rebounds for every season of his career.
Dude, MJ fell off, bro. Holy fuck. I don't see this happening to LeBron. I don't see him having a season where he's fucking averaging 20 total. So what is that, like 10 points, 5? I don't see that happening, bro. I can't picture him playing a season like that. I can't see it.
This is by far the greatest arguments in favor of LeBron in the GOAT debate. The man has simply sustained excellence for longer than Mike did. And although the numbers are just a vehicle to greatness, there has got to be a point where the numbers are just too glaring to ignore. LeBron's numbers are getting to that point. But some fans will argue that there were other players that were still really good this late in their career. You mean like Kareem or Kobe?
Whoa! Oh my God, Kareem! Wait, I gotta move my camera, bro. Kareem, that's upsetting. He's under the fucking graph, bro. He's under that shit.
Players that were still really good this late in their career. You mean like Kareem or Kobe or Karl Malone? They weren't even close. LeBron's already
Holy
Kobe
fuck!
or Karl Malone.
Dude, everyone falls off after like the 12-13 season. Somehow LeBron didn't. Like, is there even any player who's done this? That's some GOAT shit, bro. I mean, look at this. Jordan's graph blends in with all them, bro. This LeBron graph, this shit not blending into anything.
They weren't even close. LeBron's already the only player to be a part of the 30K, 10K, 10K club. Aside from a freak injury, he'll undoubtedly break Kareem's scoring record. He'll probably play the most seasons in an NBA career. He already has the record for most All-NBA selections, and he's still adding to what is probably the longest career highlight reel with moments like this. If LeBron is still doing this in a couple years, while still putting up All-NBA numbers, I really think it's going to be difficult to say that he's not the greatest player ever.
This is the worst, dude. The Never Lost shit is the corniest, cheesiest, cringiest shit ever, bro. If you say 6-0, you are a hater. You're not saying 6-0 because you're like hyping up Jordan and being like, yo, like that was such a great You're a hater. Only haters say 6-0. You heard the dude. He was like, oh, Jordan played great for 13 years and Jordan was in the league for like, what, 15, 16 years, whatever. How is he 6-0, bro? How was he 6-0? He lost every other fucking year. Every other year he fucking lost. Just because it wasn't in the finals doesn't mean he didn't fucking lose, dude. Okay? LeBron, you're saying 4-6 to LeBron? All that's telling me is LeBron's gotten further in the playoffs than Jordan. That's all that's telling me. So you're accidentally making the argument for LeBron, bro. If we look at overall seasons, LeBron, this is his 19th season, he's 4-15. All right? He's 4-15. Jordan played 16 years or something, 15 or 16, and he's 6-9 or something. Or 6-10. I don't know. Something like that. That motherfucker lost many fucking years. Dudes act like, oh my God, dude, Jordan just never fucking lost. Yeah, he fucking did. A lot. A lot, bro. And we're not even talking about the competition. LeBron has played by far better teams than Jordan. By far. Jordan would get swept by the fucking Warriors with KD. That Bulls team is getting swept. Swept, bro. Every season. They're losing to the Warriors without KD. Okay? They're losing to the fucking San Antonio Spurs with 5 Hall of Famers. Do I need to go on? They might beat the Thunder, but maybe not, bro. Harden, Westbrook, KD, Ibaka, I don't know. Maybe not, bro. Maybe fucking not. Don't sit here and say stop. Who the fuck did the Bulls play? Who the fuck did the... Can anyone name these teams that they played, bro? I saw someone freaking out about the Seattle Supersonics. Oh, dude, this fucking Seattle. What did Seattle ever do? How many championships did they go to, bro? How many championships did they win? Who the fuck was even on that team? Oh, dude, the Utah Jazz. Utah Jazz. The fucking Utah Jazz, bro? Have you seen the shape of these guys on the Utah Jazz? Have you seen these guys? Dude, forget Karl Malone. Take him out the picture. Look at the rest of that team, bro. John Stockton looks like an English teacher. He looks like a nice professor. Okay? What other teams, bro? What other teams? Like LeBron is playing against multiple Hall of Famers. Someone said John Stockton's the greatest point guard. Yeah, okay, bro. Dude, you put John Stockton in the NBA today, bro, he's not starting on a team. I hope that you... Think about what I just said. Think about what I just said. John Stockton's not starting in the NBA today. And I don't even know if he's making a team, dude. I don't go fuck how good he can pass. He's not making a fucking NBA team today, bro. He's not. He's literally not. You can sit here and be like, oh, dude, no. No, he's not, bro. He isn't. He is not.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. While LeBron's legacy is growing as he plays more seasons, Michael's legacy would have been slightly diminished if he played more seasons. Of course, this isn't a matter of fact, but all the...
No, it is a fact. It is. You could say it's a fact. Don't be scared. Don't be scared of the comments. It is a fact. If Jordan played 2 more years, bro, his fucking career averages, they'd be under LeBron's. And his field goal, that shit would have dropped like shit. Dude, he probably retired just to save his fucking statistics, bro.
The evidence points towards this assumption. Michael Jordan retiring after playing just 13 NBA seasons in 1998 was the best thing he could have ever done for his legacy. The Bulls were not going to win another championship, and the backbone of the dynasty he had built had all but vanished by the beginning of the 1999 season. If he had played through that 3-year retirement gap from 1999 to 2001, he would have either stayed with the Bulls and put up huge numbers on a losing team, or signed with a different team and chased rings. Both options being far less illustrious than him going out on top with the team that drafted him. Michael's career was the perfect storm. He was drafted by a franchise that was ready and willing to build around him. He was on a roster that suited his skill sets extremely well, and he and the Bulls peaked right as the dominant teams from the 80s and early 90s like the Lakers, Celtics, and Pistons began to fade away. You could not have written a better career if you tried. On the other hand, despite his success, LeBron really got the short end of the deal many times throughout his career. He spent his first 7 seasons in the NBA playing for a team that could...
Listen to this, because this is for the casuals in here who have not been following LeBron. I've been following LeBron since high school. You see how these teams... The NBA was different back then, dude. The NBA was literally different. Now, teams will go above and beyond for the superstars and shit like that. Back then, it was different, bro. Like, this dude played 6-7 years in Cleveland, and the best player they got was fucking an old-ass Shaq who was on the brink of retirement. Ben Wallace, this is his last year in the NBA. Mo Williams, who I love Mo Williams, but just stop. He didn't play with shit, bruh. He didn't play with anybody, dude. The front office was trash. And who did Jordan play with? Oh, he gets fucking Scottie Pippen, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? Scottie Pippen? What the fuck? LeBron couldn't get one guy? He couldn't get one guy, bro. This dude just said Kyrie. Just say you're a casual, bro. Dude said Kyrie. Kyrie didn't play with Kyrie until fucking 2015, bro. LeBron was drafted in 2003. Kyrie was fucking on a school bus. Kyrie, the fuck are you talking about? All right, let's go.
Could not have cared less about building a coherent team around him. He spent 4 straight finals going toe-to-toe with the most dominant dynasty in modern NBA history outside of Jordan's Bulls.
Stop. No. This team is beating the Bulls. This has nothing to do with me being a LeBron fan. This team was fucking amazing.
While Michael was surrounded by players who were all willing to buy into their system, LeBron has spent many years carrying the load of bad rosters and seemingly incompetent teammates. Part of which is his own fault for trying.
This dude J.R. Smith took an edible, bruh. In the finals.
To play GM and putting together piss-poor rosters. And I bring up these small nuances because the GOAT debate is very nuanced. As much as people want to act like the whole 6-0 in the finals is the end-all be-all to the discussion, it's just not. If rings were all that mattered, then Bill Russell would be the GOAT. Oh, but he played a long time ago, that doesn't count. Okay, well then Robert Horry is the GOAT because he has 7 rings to Jordan's 6. Well yeah, but Horry wasn't the best player on any of those championships. Okay, so is the argument about rings, or is it about being the best player on the court, or a mixture of both? Is a player's performance...
That's dude, that is... Those 2 replies right there, you're a hater, bro. That's it. You are a hater. You are a hater. You're going against your own fucking logic. You're saying, oh, 6-0, but dude, Bill Russell, fucking 11 oh no, it doesn't count. Okay, well, Robert Horry is 7. Oh, no, but he's not the best. So it's not about the rings then. It's about who's the best player. Jordan is not the best player. He's simply just not. Overall, how could you ignore the whole other side of LeBron's fucking game, bro? He's a better fucking shooter. LeBron's 3-point percentage being a 35, I think it can get up higher, but he was not a good shooter early on. If we take the second half of LeBron's career, I'd say his 3-point percentage would be even higher than it is. It's still higher than Jordan's. And then his passing, bro. He's literally a fucking 6'8", 6'9" point guard, dude. Who could also score as good as fucking anybody ever in the history of the NBA.
Despite how masterful it was, all in vain if his team loses, the line becomes less and less clear the deeper you dig. No single metric can be used to determine this debate, and the unpacking of every small minute detail is a necessary burden. But unfortunately, it's a burden that most fans won't bother to take on. At the moment, I personally believe Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. I also think he's the best basketball player of all time. But, unlike some fans, I don't think the door has closed on LeBron. I think that if LeBron can continue to dominate the league for a few more seasons and continue to shatter our previous notions of what we thought was possible in a single NBA career, I think that he has a chance to retire as the greatest player of all time. But of course, only time will tell. And fortunately for LeBron, time seems to perpetually be on his side.
I just don't know, like, what someone can mean by being like, oh, I think Jordan is the best player ever. Like, I just don't know what that means, bro. Like, the best player is the best overall player who can do the most. Jordan cannot do the most. He can't. That's my take on it, bro. Not talking about the fucking, like, how many rings or how many whatever. You know,